you speak about the first time you did the Hajj? Is that what you said? Like,
Yeah, I've never done Hajj, but I've done Umrah.
what is the difference?
Umrah is like the shorter version that you could do off, outside of Hajj time. So Hajj happens like 3 months after, so to speak, almost 3 months. It's since we deal with the lunar calendar. So after Ramadan, there'll be like the Eid, and then there's the big Eid, which is Eid al-Adha, and that's around the time everybody goes to Hajj.
So if you go to Mecca, not during that time, it's called Umrah.
Umrah, yeah, which is a much shorter, condensed
But
version.
you saw, and you
Yeah, I've done
experienced
this. Yeah, I've done this.
3 times.
After my brother died, I went. Took my family with me, and then I went a second time a few months later. It just happened like 4 or 5 months later, and then I went on this past trip. I took my son and wife with me.
Okay,
It was amazing.
Yeah, can you?
It was one of the hardest things I've done on this particular trip. It was just really, really tough with my son and everything. But it's amazing how the kid knew. Like he knew he was in the presence of something.
Special,
Yeah, he just immediately started praising. It was so instinctual. It was so dope because it's a kid. I never taught him hey, make sure you do this, do that. He just walked in and knew. It was so amazing.
What is so powerful about it? I had a friend who did it, and he just changed his whole life, Umrah, after he came back. Multi-Shami comedian. But what is so powerful about it?
I think from each person it'll vary, but I'll speak from my own experience is that this is like the center of the world, and that all the prophets existed and alayhim salam at some point in time, and that there's a tremendous amount of significance of being there, and also the presence of everyone there, the gathering itself, and then knowing that just it's a spiritual thing. You can't really describe fully, but I have the meaning for it. It's like you get there and it's just like you just
caught up in the energy
feel it,
of
and the energy is just so palpable, And once you do that, once you go through it, and sometimes it's really, really hard, like it was this past trip, and there's a lot of things you're not supposed to do. Like you can't go there angry, you can't go there mad, you can't kill any lizard or roach or anything. You can't kill anything. You have to be pure, super pure and in a positive mindset, and you have to wash before you even go into Mecca and change the tire and put on the haram, and it has no stitching in it. It's all just 100% this cotton covering. You just go in and you're just naked. You just have nothing except you and God and all these people, and just having my son there with me and my wife was just really incredible experience. And it's just so moving. And you're supposed to go from there to Medina and visit the Prophet and the Prophet's mosque. It's incredible. I can't. You have to just do it to experience it. Even Medina is one of the safest places on earth. According to insurance companies, it's the safest place on earth for women to go. Anywhere on planet Earth.
Can you tell me about the first time you went? I imagine, how old were you at that time?
First time I went, it wasn't that long. It was 3 years ago.
Okay. I imagine your entire life, you'd built up what this experience is going to be. Yeah. The emotions that you would have. What is happening the day before? What is happening when you show up that day? Are you nervous? Are you excited?
Are you nervous about even getting back into the U.S.?
No.
Well, no, at that point, you're
like
good.
That at all. Nothing like that at all.
What about that experience? Compared to what you built it up to be, to what everybody had told you about?
Sure. That's a really good question.
Are you chasing the emotion of it, or is it overwhelming you? What happens the day you arrive?
Well, for me, I was stripped down to zero. My brother had just passed maybe 15 days prior. It was a complete out of nowhere. He was the healthiest one. He was a pilot. He was nobody saw it coming. He texted us, I'll hit you guys. I'm charging my phone. I'm at the hospital getting a checkup in my chest, whatever. And then the next call we got that he was dead. So it just changed my entire world. All of us, So when I went there, I had a different energy completely. It was just I'm in this position where I'm I don't want to say the leader of the family, but I am in a way. And so my mom everybody depends on me in a way. And I'm just thinking about his kids, his wife, all these things. And so I wasn't really thinking about I was more I'm taking my mother for her heart. I'm taking his kids, whoever wants to come with me. Whoever wants to come.
It wasn't about you. It was about them. Yeah,
it was about everybody else. And to me, being of service to my mother, it's a big deal. And to be able to push my mom to do the laps, the 7 laps, was a big deal. So all that is there, like, culminates to the experience, you know, just brings it all together for me. But it was deeply, deeply powerful. And actually, that's why I prayed for my son. Like, I didn't know. I said, God, please, and I don't really say this publicly, but I said, like, you know, God, you know, just thinking about my brother passing, and my sister was sick at the time too. We just found out about her diagnosis. It was just like, if it's good for me, give me a son and a great wife, or, you know, a child and a great wife and a family. If it's not good for me, please don't give it to me. 8 months later, I was, you know, pregnant, expecting a child.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was just that. It was just that, like, being there for the family, but it's like, hey, you got to be, it's depending on which space you're in. And some people go and it's like forced, and it's some people do that. And then you say, Allah Alam, it's only God knows what's in their hearts and what their intentions are. But for me, it was deeply, deeply powerful. Easily one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life, taking my mom there after my brother passed and all this. And
when you're there and you're doing the laps, does somebody tell? Forgive me, I'm ignorant to this, but like, does somebody tell you where you can stand? Can you go up and be closer to it?
Yeah, you can. You can be as close as you want to it. You can, and there's people that are overwhelmed by it.
Right. There's a lot of different emotions.
There's a lot of different
on.
emotions. I am more of like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to like try to topple people. I just think it's very important to just be as controlled and as balanced as possible, and to see it and appreciate it. And if there's room to go and I don't feel the need to have to go and touch it and do all this, because I just see so much chaos over there, and everyone just kind of, which I don't agree with.
It could disrupt your energy.
And everybody's feeling a certain thing, and you don't know what emotions they're going through. I lost my sister, my brother. This guy could have lost his whole family. I mean, you don't even know what loss people are going through, what mindset they're at, or what reasons they're doing it for. So you don't, I just try to stay in my own lane and just think and
but
pray.
Do people,
if you're not of the faith, are you allowed to go?
No,
you're not.
Muslim, yeah.
When people go there, are they going there with a prayer in mind per se? Are they going there to like maybe seek advice or a message? Like, is it both?
I think it's all of the things together. Like, number one is that you're going there to purify your heart and essentially cleanse yourself. And so there's things that you follow while you're there, things you can say while you're going around, and there's ways to do that. But really what it boils down to is being as like internal about it. It's like being really from the heart and having your intention with the divine, That's really, really what it's about. It's like you can just keep talking to God while you're walking around. Sure, there is an actual things you can say on the way there, while you're going around. There's like things you can do 100%. In the end, like, you have to be like your intention and with God, and the things that you say, the things that you pray for and ask for. And that's the most important thing. It's like you being like in tune with the divine, And I keep saying like divine and God. It's like the way I was taught. It's like your incomprehension of God is your comprehension of God.
Acknowledging that you can't possibly comprehend it.
Exactly. Exactly. Like if you try to describe what God is, your brain should short circuit.
Exactly. It's too much for you to put together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's easily one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. It was one of the hardest things. And the first one you do it, you have to do it for yourself. Yeah. And then the other times you do it, you can do it on behalf of others. Like people who couldn't go. Oh, you can make the intention to do that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This was my third time. I made an intention for someone else, And you go and do it on their behalf.
At this point people must know you. Like, they must be so familiar with you. Are people stopping you while you're actually...
Sometimes they smile, but it's a very respectful thing, to be honest. I'll get messages after, like, I saw it. I'm like, I saw you, brother, but I didn't want to interrupt you. It's a very, very sweet thing. It's not
They're also probably hyped, too. They're
hyped, too. They're in tune, but they see you, and then sometimes it breaks that, focus a little bit. But for the most part, everyone is there for a particular purpose, and they understand that, so they don't really interrupt that at all. It's very cool. Like, they don't really don't. And actually, most of them were just thrilled to see my son. He was the main attraction, you know what I mean? Just seeing this not even 2-year-old like go around is such a blessed thing. Kids are like, they see this as like he's like the innocent, the purest one. So he was getting way more attention than I was,